So operator's pretty cool. So here, we can start. It's just going to be a sine wave. You can see it has this interface here. What this is I can like draw lines in. And what this is literally doing is allowing me to draw in different harmonics. So right now there's just our one fundamental frequency down here, which is this guy. That's the amplitude, is how loud, how high I draw it. So here, if we draw in another one, it'll be the octave above. And the reason is because the way that these lines work is it's just going to duplicate the frequency of the fundamental. And so we know that an octave is double the frequency of the fundamental. So, you know, A440, the octave above it is 880.
Yes.
Now, what it's going to do next is just add the fundamental again. So now that's why we get our first, can't remember what the interval is, and I'm not musical enough to tell you.
Harmonic.
I think it's a fifth.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's a fifth.
Yeah. And then if we continue going up, this is what the harmonic series is.
And then you have it a third, seventh.
Now, if I fill all of these in, we're basically just going to end up creating a saw wave.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's a great question, though. What is the difference between a saw wave and a square wave? So if we go to the square wave, it's just every other one.
Got it. And the saw is every single one.
Exactly. Now, another thing that I want to show you that's really cool is this waveform will change in real time to show you what's going on. So if we want to take this back to a sine wave, we can start removing these frequencies and it'll start looking more and more and more and more siney. Or if we like had this sine wave, we could go over here and add this harmonic. And you can see the waveform changes. So like what I'm showing you here is it kind of seems like in operator what you have is like this mega oscillator where you can have one sine wave here, or you could actually just have like a million sine waves here. So it's like triggering a bunch of different oscillators. But it's not doing that. It's actually just creating one wave that has these different harmonics.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, it's just messing with the waveform.
Yes. You can also do FM synthesis. You turn on oscillator B, and it's just default FMing oscillator A. And so if we hit this and then we start turning it up, you can hear it's FMing oscillator A. So we can FM.
What knob are you just messing with there?
So this is the volume of oscillator B. So that's like the amount that it's FMing it, basically. Take this down an octave. This is like a really common way that people will make dubstep basses, is they'll start with just some fundamental thing here. So like maybe the saw wave, maybe let's do a square wave. And then you can FM it by a sine wave up here. And then you can just fuck up your sine wave by just adding some random harmonics. Yeah, okay. So you could be like...
Hold the note as you're doing it?
Yeah, totally. So here, I'll do this, and then I'll start drawing in this. And we could go up here. Yeah, and so this is all just like FM and additive stuff that we're doing to create our bright signal that then, of course, we can do subtractive with the LFL and get like, this is a lot of like Rusko kind of stuff would be like, you would just have some really basic thing and then start like, like the B drop would be like this, and then like, just like really static changes where there's like changing kind of the timbre of the whoop, you know what I mean, by just introducing these harmonics. Like a lot of these
changes is what gets me, actually. Like that was weirdly perfect.
That's what I'm saying.
I hear that where he's like wow 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 wee 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 wee. It's cool in a cool way that when you're just like adding harmonics But you can just add harmonics to, like what you're doing here is just adding our harmonics to the sine wave that you're FMing to the previous oscillator.
Yes.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Okay, this is where we're going to go deep with it. Okay, so if I had money to bet and there was a way that I could bet on this, there might be soon, the future of audio is additive synthesis. There's going to be huge breakthroughs in the next 20 years, and they're all going to be linking AI and